It's really easy for doctors and researchers to know best, and to an extent they do, but we know now that there are other impacts and longer term impacts on people, psychosocial, that are quite important, and so I think having that consumer voice from the beginning means that those issues can be identified early. I was diagnosed in 2012 when I was 24 with HER2 positive breast cancer, which had locally advanced to my armpit. I had what's called a pathological complete response, which is basically all the cancer wiped out, and that led me to think, well, that's all well and good for me, but what happens to other people who can't access that? So I got a bit of a bee in my bonnet, if you like, or really passionate about medicines access. The Consumer Advisory Panel had been around for a long time, and I'd been an Impact member, and I'd attended the Impact program, which was run essentially by the Consumer Advisory Panel, and I had expressed an interest in when there was an opportunity to join CAP, and that came up in 2022, and I've been a Consumer Advisory Panel member since then. A lot of what we do is being the conduit between the research and the end user, the layperson, and making sure that it's in a form that can be understood. How are the most vulnerable of people going to understand that? Because that's always my measure. Australia and New Zealand are both countries built on immigration, so making sure that the consent forms and the information packs that go out are able to be understood by people that don't necessarily have English as their first language. And things get lost in translation, so sometimes a direct dialogue is the best way to understand what's behind the words on the paper. There isn't a limit on how many people can advocate, and actually I think in the breast cancer community we're relatively good at working cohesively together, not just at BCT but with other organisations, and so the more the merrier really, and I would encourage, if you've got a bit of a burning desire for advocacy, or you see that that's something you could lend your skills to, then I would certainly encourage people to come along.